Service before self. That's the motto of the Rotary International. And well, that motto definitely captures the spirit of every Rotarian across the globe. And Bahrain is no different. Rather, they go an extra mile. The testament to which is the team with us on the Story Loom from 973 show, that is the Rotary Club of Salmaniya. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for welcoming us.
Great. So we'll begin with Khalid, the president, the current president. My very first question would be, tell us about the Rotary Club of Salmaniya, its initiatives, its goals.
Well, first, thank you for the intro and for having us in your prestige show. The Rotary of Salmaniya is a club which started very long back. It started in 1971 with leaders of the business arena, and they have contributed a lot in a sustainable projects in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Until today, they are one of the main players, along with the newcomers who joined us as a member in the club, in helping the community in different sectors, ensuring that they help in the environment sectors, in the economy sectors, in the social sectors, and as well the culture sectors.
Great. Let me go to Hanadi. I know you're related to community service, right?
That's right. I'm the Director of Community Service at the Rotary Club of Salmaniya.
Yeah. That's why I have this question to you. Rotary internationally is known for giving back to the society. It's all about serving the community, isn't it? And I've seen the Rotarians in Bahrain very vibrant and very active in terms of giving back by way of serving. How does the Rotary Club of Salmaniya fulfill this big demand out there or expectation out there?
So one of the most interesting projects that we've been engaged in is called Dream Homes. Mm-hmm. And what Dream Homes does is we go to the most needy people in Bahrain and we try to identify, what sort of living conditions they are under. After we go and we investigate, we pick several homes that we can renovate A to Z. We paint the homes, we redo the bathrooms, we give them new kitchens, living rooms, and so forth, with sponsors and so forth. And usually we have very happy individuals afterwards.
Indeed, when dreams are fulfilled, people become happy, right?
Absolutely.
And that's a very genuine project. So how do you select these homes?
So we have several charity organizations that we deal with, and we try to identify people that are truly, truly needy. Mm-hmm. And then we actually do visits. We go and we visit the homes to make sure that they are actually in need. Once we have identified the homes, we then try to find the funding. We try to investigate and see how much they need, how much of a renovation they actually need. But we've had cases where people literally, they didn't have proper bedrooms, they didn't have a kitchen at all, not even a stove. So, and living, 12 individuals in one home. So, and very, very small home. So we try to maximize the space, and we even have an interior designer that's in the club that is also very active in these projects, because, technical drawings and things like that are always a necessity. Mm-hmm. And then we speak to different contractors that, possibly are within the club, so in order to cut costs as much as possible and give the people the best possible final product.
Beautiful. And I'm sure Dream Homes is just one of the many such out there that you're engaged in. When we discuss about Rotary, I know every Rotarian goes up the ladder. They become a member, they take up various roles, they become the president, isn't it? And they scale. And I don't know, sorry, I'm not fully aware of the different titles, but I definitely know there is a district governor with us, isn't it?
So my name is Amira and I am the Deputy District Governor. When we said District Governor, that each district has a governor with some number of countries under this district. In ours, we have 7 countries, and we have a district governor, and I am the Deputy District Governor in charge of Bahrain. for him. So he have different assistants in all the countries. I've been with the Rotary for the past 15 years. I've been through different positions, like in the board of directors, and I've been a president for the Club of Salmaniya twice. And this is my second time actually to be the deputy district governor this year.
So I think you're the right person to tell us about the role of Rotary when it comes to networking, connecting with other organizations, because we know it's always a teamwork which takes the projects forward, isn't it? How do you look at that?
Definitely. We always say it takes two to tango. We don't work by our own. We are working hand in hand with other NGOs, with some of the, in Bahrain in particular, we're working with the Dr. Mustafa Sayed and the Royal Humanitarian Foundation. We're working with some of the NGOs in some projects, like, for example, the Ramadan boxes. Before Ramadan, we are doing all this, and we cannot do this alone because it's a huge number of boxes. So we need others to help us even in distributing, identifying the families that will need this. For the orphans and the widows, we need to work very closely with the RHF, and also for the school bags, it is the same. So it's like we have a roster plan for our projects, and of course we have our partners, and we are working hand in hand with them in order to fulfill the goal. And as you mentioned, it's always service above self.
Definitely. All these projects talk very tall about service before self and the collaboration. You explained it beautifully, because definitely it takes two to tango. And Bahrain is known for such networking and such collaborations, isn't it? Bahrain is all set and ready to collaborate for the better of this community. Now, when we, in any context, we always talk about the future, the youth takes a prime role. Youth, inspiring them is necessary, because today's youth is not yesterday's youth. They are running a race, isn't it? And I'm sure every Rotary Club has their own agenda and strategy for the youth and upcoming projects on leadership, training them how to, because the concept itself has changed. The yesteryear Rotarians are different from today's Rotarians, isn't it? Would you like to tell us about your programs at the Rotary Salmaniya?
Thank you very much, Raji. It's a great opportunity for us to talk about our activities and achievements in the local community. Yes, we are a team, actually compromised with the individuals with the various backgrounds. We actually all become mentors one day. And we know that youth of country is future treasure of the country. Therefore, we try to serve with our own skills, with our own abilities to them. And Rotary has a brilliant program called Rotary Youth Leadership Awards, which is called RYLA in short. And we try
I think it's happening recently, right?
Yes, true. We try to run this program actually many times in a year with the high school students, with the university students. We try to reach them with our own skills, with our own profession, as well as international perspective. And as you know, the Rotary has 7 focus areas, and each and every year we try to bring these areas in light with the students. This year we are mentoring the students under the area of water, sanitation and hygiene, which is very important.
Indeed.
And we know that water is running on the tap, but they know that how important it is. And there is other areas as well. I mean, we are all working on those areas with them, mentoring them. We become mentor to them, but at the same time, we become mentee for the Rotary International. Because learning never ends. I am the person who served as a past president in this club, Rotary Club of Salmaniya, but right now I am the training and learning facilitator according to district level for the country. This way, you never stop learning. You learn and you just become the medium of exchange to your youth. And inshallah, February 3rd, we will have the closure ceremony of the Raila, and hope you will be there with us because it's a great achievement. All groups with the 7 different focus areas, they will present how they can solve these problems once it occurs in their life or in their environment. And one of the students told me the other day, actually we are working on a project locally, but we want to take it from our school to our homes, and from our homes to internationally wherever it happens. This will give them actually a perspective of think locally but serve internationally. Which we do in Rotary. We learn from international project and we pass our experiences through our communication channels internationally within the district level or like within the Rotary International level. Yes, I mean, around the world, we are 34,000 club, and we have 1.2 million Rotarians. When you think about it, you may say that, oh, it is not a big number, but believe me, impact of those people are really huge.
Definitely.
And we really work hard to bring together all these facilitation of our clubs, which is like thanks to Deputy District Governor, and she is communicating with the district level, which is like, as she mentioned, number of countries under our district, and we have different problems, different issues, but we try to understand each and every one. And President, you know him very well. He's a community service person. He's trying to bring us lots of projects around us, but the Rotary, we try to serve to people, not only 1, 2, 3, hundreds. Therefore, our community service project, like a dream house project, ongoing project, not only 1 year. It will continue 1 year to another year. We are here to serve. This is our motto, and giving us a sort of understanding our community.
That's right.
As he said that he's very much in touch with the community, and that he goes around and he brings us the project.
Right.
And thank you very much for being our voice.
Indeed, yeah. We all play roles, in reaching out to the society. Whenever I interact with associations like the Rotary, or for that matter, Toastmasters, there is a passion in the members. You see that they are so attached to it that they don't miss a meeting. It's a kind of committed, dedicated work. They're more into it. Every member is that. I'll be definitely happy to hear from you about your experience being a Rotarian.
My name is Luay Agha. I have joined the Rotary Club, or I've been invited to join the Rotary Club of Salmaniya since 2019, almost 4 or 5 years. I've been a member in the great club of Rotary Club of Salmaniya. Currently, I serve as the treasurer of the club for the 2nd year executive. It's been a nice experience.
How easy is the job?
It's fun, it's easy, but it's hard at the same time.
Isn't it?
You have to have understanding family that you're leaving them for a very nice cause, which is helping the people, the environment that you live in, the nice kingdom that we live in. I always teach my kids and teach my friends that if you live in a very nice community like Bahrain, you have to give back to the community. We are living in a very great island. They are very helping people, and they are very welcoming. And at the same time, the Rotary Club of Salmaniya is trying to help as many people as we can. Personally, I always say that one hand doesn't clap, so working as a team with one of the organization, the great organization of Rotary Club of Salmaniya, gives you the chance to help more, give you the chance to give more, give you the chance to achieve more, give you the chance to see the smile on so many faces that maybe these days the world is very difficult. Yes. Drawing the smile on small people, big people, young people is the most important thing and happiness that will reflect on us as the people who serve more than the people who are being served.
Indeed, and that's, I think, the best thing that we can give back to the world, to put a smile on another's face, which bring a smile on us. I'll come back to you, Khalid, again. We heard the treasurer speaking, and I heard my friend Hanadi speaking of the dream homes. I could see that you need a lot of funds, isn't it? How do you manage this?
Fund have two directions for the club. The first one is the internal sufficient contributions by the members, and the second, we always do the right thing with the ministry approvals when it comes to fundraising. So we don't obtain any fundraise from or accept any fundraise from any other organization unless we get the right permits from the ministry. And that's in our personal opinion, this is the right way. Because that shows also the transparency between us as an NGO being licensed by the ministry and also representing in international associations. When it comes to the project that we do lots of sustainable projects. And those sustainable projects, similar to the Dream House and other projects that we do, required a sustainable income for those projects. We ensure that the members' contributions is there. We ensure that we also met the approvals on time, and we ensure that the fund received goes to the right cause that means the money have been collected for. In this way, our transparency, our corporate governance within the clubs is more within the standard that it's supposed to be, and also obtaining the the standards that it's requested by the ministry itself. So this is how we do it, and we have lots of organizations that believe in what we do. That's why the club have been existing for over 50 plus years.
Okay.
And that's why it's been kept on continuing. We have lots of organizations, profit and non-profits, who has been working, and we don't see them today. The reason why our club is there and keep on going, keep on growing, is because we are working as per a standard, which the motto of the standard is that we are working as service above self. And that's what makes us move on in doing what we are doing.
Great. Thank you, Khalid. I'll come back to you, Hanadi. Why don't you share with us your personal experience with the Rotary as such, and the club in particular?
Okay, so I've had several roles with the Rotary Club of Salmaniya. One is where during COVID, I remember I was responsible for bringing in speakers. So one of the drawbacks is that we weren't meeting physically, but one of the positives, it gave us a platform on Zoom to bring speakers from all over the world. So we had the opportunity to speak to some of the best doctors in the world when it comes to cancer and cancer research, and like, for example, cures, cutting edge cure for cancer. So it was a very exciting time for me to do that. And some of the other projects, like I have done project also abroad. We did a trip to Ghana at one point. Okay. And we constantly are doing different things. This is why it's so dynamic. We're constantly doing different things, and it always puts a smile on our faces to be making a difference on children. And going, whether it's at schools, like, for example, I also was a youth director, and at that point we did a collaboration with Toastmasters, which I don't know if you remember, Salaha, that was very, very engaging, and we had 7 different high schools participate. So it was fantastic. We had, I remember one of the kids, she's an American girl from one of the schools, she hugged me, she said, "This is the first time ever that I've actually spoken in front of people in a debate." And I never imagined that I could ever come to this point in my life where I can do this. She won first prize. Okay. So that's why she was so excited. Her parents were there. She was just very ecstatic.
Yeah, maybe that's just one anecdote, but then that speaks volumes about the services that you do, not just the club, but such institutions do, because that's what we're all here for. And I know everybody will have a story to share. Can I request Sabat to share any such moments in your Rotary life?
Thank you very much. When I first joined the Rotary meetings back in early 2000 with my close friend, I saw the vibrant environment, how people were interacting each other, attending the meetings, and then as we mentioned earlier, our project areas. It was brilliant, as our President Khalid mentioned, that our strength is coming from our members. members are so important for us. As he mentioned, sustainability, which is in the club level from the members. That I saw. Then I said, okay, I can work with them. Because of being alone doesn't give you the strength, but the being in a team with the diverse skills and backgrounds, and as you know that Bahrain has a house of different nationalities, different gender, and we were so lucky. And then we worked together with the Harmony for over 23 years with different position. The Rotary is like a sort of international organization which gives you different level and different roles to accomplish. This is actually, as I mentioned earlier, it's a learning stage of your life, which is good, and we can pass it to our next generation, and hoping to bring new generation, young generation to become a member. We want to just mingle with them. Actually, a couple of our members, next generation is joining us, which is quite what you call happy
it's
for
definitely
us to see that next generation is joining us. And I am so happy. I mean, I wouldn't serve the community with my own single effort, but I can serve the community through our group of people with good intention. And as you mentioned, that we are all become the ambassador of the country when we go abroad in different countries. When we introduce ourselves, okay, Sabahat Ashik from Rotary Club of Salmaniya, and then we do this, because you can enter any meetings in any other country. You can introduce yourself. Then you can create a friendship from those countries. Whenever you need them, you can request anything and everything. They are all there for us.
It's a large network.
Very large network, which helps us to achieve.
Thank you very much. Can we hear something very personal which has really stayed with you in your, I think, 4-year journey with the Rotary?
There are lots of moments actually which is happy and sad. And the best thing that we come out from the Rotary Club of Salmaniya is the members. The people that, the diversity of the people that we have in the club, and the big people that we have, the big brains that we have, the cooperation between the members, and some of the moments that when we go out and help the needy families, the needy people, when you see the smile of the small kids, that is engraved in our mind. Personally, I would directly drop a tear if I see a small kid or an old woman or an old man crying or from happiness with the help that when we did the housing or painting or giving gifts or visiting the illness or the oldest in the elderly homes, and you see the happy tears that dropped from them, that I've been visited by somebody strange. I don't know who, I don't know whom is he, I don't know why he's coming to help me or to give me a hand or draw a smile on my face. The 100 questions that you see in their eyes, it's really difficult to answer. You can only answer it with one thing, is to smile and give back. And sometimes we hug the small kids, the elder people, the communication, that the silent communication, I call it, when you see the happiness in the people, really you think back of the great club of Salmaniya, of yes, that's why the club is there. Yes, that's what we have learned from the older member in the club. And yes, that's what we love to give to the generation that comes back. I would love my kids to come and join as Rotract and then become members in the Rotary Club of Salmaniya. I hope that the board of directors will approve them later. So yes, that's some really nice moments. And there are some, of course, some really, I wouldn't say sad moments, but it's a heavy moment, yes, that we need a lot of time to swallow with the COVID that came in. There are some things that you cannot do. There are some lines that you cannot cross in helping people. It's really difficult, but again, it's really been an honor to be part of the Rotary Club of Salmaniya, and I would like to thank you as 973 and your family for having us.
Definitely, every drop added into the ocean makes the ocean rich, isn't it?
Exactly.
So even if there are lines which we cannot cross or things we cannot achieve, when you balance, at the end of the day, the Rotarians are doing wonderful. I think you wanted to add something.
Yes.
Yes, this is a recent story actually. I met the young high school student during RILA program. She told me that she joined the Interact Club of her school, which is like our young generation club, because of her parents are living in a shelter house in earthquake zone of Turkey.
Oh.
I said, yes. She said that my grandmother is living in a house which is built by Rotarians in the earthquake zone. And when I saw your names in the school environment, I said, yes, I want to serve with them.
Okay.
This is the way of Rotary reaching out with the young generation.
Passing on the culture.
Yes. And then when another funny incident that I was in China, my hotel was showing the Rotary meets in China in this hotel. I walked in freely. I never thought about the language barrier or where I am or who I am, because I could introduce myself
as a
Rotarian, and they all welcomed. And I was surprised actually. It's such a nice
it's a family feel,
larger scale of Rotary.
Thanks for sharing
Thank you
those
for
nice
being with us.
Can I take some comments from you, ma'am, about your personal favorite moments or something that you remember?
I have a lot actually. It's been 15 years and I'm serving Rotary, but the most important one, which I will never forget, when we were doing a project called Greenhouse. We were taking all the disabled children and some of the blind society to a place where we were planting vegetables and cucumber, cherry tomato, all these things. We were showing them how to plant. We were putting the seeds and the water, and I was holding the hand of very little girl. She was almost 4 years old with impaired vision, and I was helping her to put the seeds on the floor, on the soil. She was smiling and she was happy, and her little hand in my hand, shivering, and we're putting the water, we're putting the seeds. Till this moment, I will never forget the feeling of the little hand of this little girl. And then after that, we used to bring them to check on what we have.
The progress of the
progress, and then till the harvest. And after the harvest, we took them to the farmers market, the little bit older kids of these societies, and we used to sell all what we have planted, and we give them all the money back to them. The pictures I have, until till today, I do have a connection with them, and they kept telling me about farmers market. Yalla, we'll go again to farmer market, and I think Zain, she's one of them. She's working out at the airport. Whenever she sees me at the airport, she's coming and she's hugging me. When we will go again to farmers market? They will never forget this, and I will never.
The way you explained it was so picturesque that I could picture it, and I can imagine how deeply engraved is this all sensory perspectives of a story, isn't it? It's so beautiful. Khalid, I'll come back to you before a wrapping comment. I'll have one more question. What are the future goals? How do you see I know the presidentship rotates, but still you're going to be a part and parcel of this club. How do you see the club 5 years from now? What are the goals, long-term goals?
I see the club 5 years from today is exactly how it was 20 years before. The reason why I say that is that because the leadership that the club is having is a learning process. It's not a position to rule things. It's a position to serve things. It's not a position to give order. It's a position to receive the community order. It's not a position for you to say, I'm the boss. It's actually to serve a child to say, I will be in the future a good boss. This is how I see the future of the Rotary, and especially the Rotary Club of Salmaniya. Today, and especially like today, we had our business meeting. And in our today business meeting, we look into the comments of a senior people who is in their capacity is guiding us, guiding myself as a president and my board of directors into how to do things in a better way, how to have a better impact, how to sustain the growth that the club had since the 70s. The world is moving so fast. Human being expectation is moving fast with it, and the world is changing into a technology and a future that we have to also cope with that changes in our way of contributing. We have new challenges that is facing the world, starting with the environment, starting with the youth, starting with the education, starting with the lifestyle of people. So we have to also change our approach, change our way of helping people. If we will not listen to the community, if we will not listen to the people who's in need, if we will not listen to the changes that it's knocking our doors, we will not going to be at the future which we're supposed to be in the futures yesterday. I see the future coming brightly to this club because the leadership in the club is a right leadership. And I see the collaboration that build a future of leaders who can sustain a legacy of a club who is 50 plus years in service.
Indeed. All the very best. And before we conclude the show, Khalid, can I have your wrapping comments, please?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you and your team for all your efforts that you're doing in voicing out the community engagements, associations and teams, and as well individuals and their contributions to the community. And second, I would like to thank the board of directors of the Rotary Club of Salmaniya and the deputy district and all those who have helped in making this year a beautiful year as a Rotary year. And as well, a very special thanks for all the contributors who keep on helping the community to bring the standard into a good standard of life.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I would like to thank you.
Yeah.
Your program is really nice.
Thank you.
And I would like to invite anyone who would like to have a better community, better life for others, for some unfortunate people to join us. It's an open invitation.
Yes.
We are living by the 4-way tests. And whatever we do, think and say, is it beneficial? Is it the truth? It will bring goodwill and friendship to everyone. Is it fair? This is how we are living in everything we are doing, and this is open invitation for anyone. Believe me, when you do this, you will have the self-satisfaction because we are doing this purely for helping others and paying back to our community. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your effort to be with us today. I mean, of course, as you understand, you follow us, I believe, and we have lots of services project to achieve in the community with all sincere feelings, which is reaching out our voice. But of course, it's good to be with you. I mean, your presence with us is very good opportunity for us to talk about ourselves.
Thank you.
I mean, we are trying our best to achieve our goals. And it is as our Deputy District Governor mentioned, we always go through our way of analyzing, and then whether it is the reaching out to like number of peoples, we can touch the heart of number of peoples.
Right.
Not only the elderly, youth, or in need, or like short of anything, but we are here to serve. I mean, we always receive a request from the different NGOs as well. We collaborate with them when it is necessary because they reach out better than us sometimes in their own region. Yeah. And we are here to serve. Service above self. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity because you're actually putting some light on some of the good things that we're doing in Bahrain, and it's always great to be seen doing something positive, contributing, in a positive way for the country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. I think you're doing the same that we are doing, but in a different way.
Yeah.
It's in a very nice different way. You are showing the community what other NGOs and especially the Rotary Club of Salmaniya. It's a club that doesn't like to talk about themselves. We don't like to show what we are doing. Sometimes we're doing things in secret. I mean, not in public, but everybody knows about it. But we don't like to show off. Exactly. Do it silently. Thank you for the interview, the roundtable, I think, discussion. It was one of the best that we had. And I would like to thank you and your family members of 973. It's been a wonderful opportunity, and we would like to welcome you anytime to join our meetings in the Rotary Club of Salmaniya anytime. Thank you very much.
Well, I began with the motto of Rotary International, that is service before self. I would add one more line after having this wonderful conversation with these wonderful people: serve with a smile. Because I see a smile on all these faces, a true smile coming from the bottom of the heart because of this service. Well, thank you, Rotary Club Salmaniya, for taking us through your story. May all the support and blessings be with the club in the coming years. This is Rajiv Unikrishnan signing off for the Story Loom from the 973 show.